a call.
I think a lot of people are overlooking the bigger picture here. The reality of this situation and this whole conversation, right, is that there's multiple things to this, right? We're in a place right now where the server is coming to the end of 3.0, right? Pending update. 3.5 is the new thing that's being spoke about. That's what's pending. That's what people are waiting for, right? The type of roleplay being referenced in sticking up for yourself, being combative towards the police, getting in conflicts to show that you're not pussies. In this moment in time in the server is providing zero. Right now, in the MANDEM, there's 3 people with prio. Myself, Patar, and Zerka. Right? All of the things and all of the type of roleplay that you're providing, doing this, MANDEM is a tough gang, this is this did, like, all of that roleplay can be great roleplay, but it isn't the type of roleplay that you necessarily want to provide to the server in this current state. When we're at the end of a cycle, we're at the end of an update, people are trying to earn prio, because you've also got to remember, when 3.5 drops or 4.0 drops, it is going to be very hard to get on the server, right? And you've got to bear in mind, we can do these things and push for the MANDEM to be like that once we're at a point where we're in a fresh update, everyone's together, the server's just updated, bare people are around, there's a bunch of stuff going on. That's when you can focus in on stuff like that. Right now, the way that I see it, and I think the way that a lot of other people do it, is let's provide the best quality RP we can provide to the server to show that MANDEM as a group is a great group of role players that can have amazing interactions with other gangs, with the police, with anyone, still be a gang, but providing the best RP that you can provide at the moment. Because right now, there are, in my eyes, there is no benefit of building a reputation of the gang right now at the end of the update, when there's about to be a wipe in a couple months, when there's about to be a whole new spanner in the works. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm not saying right now is about earning prio. That's not even what I'm saying. Right now is just, in my opinion, is a time where, like, everyone wants to be doing very good RP. Even look at Matt. Matt's barely doing any script-based stuff. All of his stuff is conversation stuff. All of his stuff is very interaction based at the moment. I think it's good, bro. I think it's good, and I think that's what everyone should be on. And I can't lie, people care way too much about a pixelated reputation of a non-existent gang. Like, I can speak for myself and probably a few of the others. I don't think anyone at this point, after playing the server for 2 years, is really bothered that people in a roleplay server think that their gang is pussy. You know? It's like, at the end of the day, we like having fun. We like roleplaying as a gang. We like providing good storylines. We like doing all this stuff. I don't think it necessarily matters if they think we're pussy or not, because at the end of the day, there's been a lot of stuff that we've done, even in the pinnacle that is being referenced in this clip, even at the point where we were doing that stuff, we were pushing on the streets, we were doing that, we was fighting back. You could go to CG and they would still view MANDEM as pussies. You could go to Hydra, they would still view MANDEM as pussies, because within RP, the power they have, there's never a scenario where they don't view MANDEM as pussies, unless MANDEM are actually at a point where they're above them, which doesn't make sense in the progression of the server, because they are at the top. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't think it really matters what the perception of the gang is, as long as the gang's making money, they're doing the crime they want to do, people are having fun doing it, there's great content being made. Because ultimately, you can say what you want about the MANDEM sticking up for themselves and being brave, but you're completely blind. You're completely blind if you don't acknowledge that to do that, you have to be in wars. You can't show your strength. You can't stop people walking over you without the possibility of, if someone does something to you, when you do something back, that's going to lead to a war, right? That is, you're literally just ignoring that if you don't say that is a thing. So we can't be this gang that doesn't like wars, but then also preach the narrative of wanting to be combative. Because if you're going to be combative, then you've got to be prepared to fight wars. And notoriously, you know, MANDEM is not really a gang that's that much about the war RP and the conflict RP. And if you want to show that strength and you want to not be viewed as pussies, you have to be prepared to face that. And the MANDEM as a gang is not a gang that is prepared to face that or is that interested in that style of roleplay. So that's why this conversation does my head in, because it's like, bro, we are a gang of a lot of people. The majority of those people, time and time again, have shown that they ain't about the war side of RP that tough, because it just gets toxic, it gets weird, and enjoy other lanes of RP. So why, you know what I mean? It's like, it's just you just kind of come into the realization that the things that you have to do to be viewed as a tough gang come with things that we don't want to do. You know what I'm saying? It's just that conversation is just so wishy-washy, because it's just like, if that's something we want to do when the next update drops, we could try to do that. But right now, how it is, not gonna make, like, we can clap back to every single time that someone does something to us, but it's just gonna be war after war after war, which no one's gonna give a fuck about. And is it really worth doing that for the opinion of a pixelated gang when we are here to make good roleplay ultimately? See Coil say it all the time. Coil literally said it the other day about the Hydra GG war. He was like, oh yeah, I bet that's some great shootout roleplay. It's like, you know, war can be great. We've had wars with great roleplay, but I just personally think there's a lot more you can provide as a gang than just those kind of things, especially with how it is right now. You know, it's just never that deep, man. It's just never that deep. And we kind of need to move away from those conversations, because the issue is, all that happens, YouTube commenters hacked my thing. But that's the thing. That's the small percent of what the community wants. You know, like there is a small percent of the community that just wants their streamer to big dick everyone and be the best on the server. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, it's not. Oh no, bro. You ultimately, Jay makes a good point, and his wanting to do that is completely valid. But I think you also have to realize that conversation has been had many times, and with the members we have in the gang right now, that's not the direction that people want to take, you know? And there's a lot of people in the gang to have an input. So it's like, you have to respect everyone's individual opinion on what they want to do. Let me see.
Outcome. What's the word I'm looking for? Like,
his point, this isn't me going against Jay, by the way. His point is completely valid. It's just the whole mentality behind the conversation is just a bit like, it just encourages the wrong things that we try to move away from as a community, I feel like.
what? There's a specific word for that. They are very. I'm pretty sure diplomatic is the word. No, I'm pretty. Like, diplomatic could be the word, but that could also mean something completely different. But basically, what I'm trying to say is, if there's an option to come out of it without any aggression, if there's a passive way to come out of it, we'll always choose that route. That's basically to come out of it. We'll always choose that route. That's basically what I'm trying to say. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but.
I also, but I'm just gonna say this. I keep seeing this in YouTube and in some chats as well, and some people are taking the lane of, this is what the MANDEM were like when the old second command was about. Have you thought and had a moment to think that maybe the MANDEM didn't enjoy that and that was being forced upon the group? Like, because that is gone and the MANDEM is not like that now, have you maybe considered that was because that was the lane and the angle that was being forced by him and that people are now doing what they want to do with the group rather than doing how he wanted it to be done. Like, you get what I'm saying? It's, I don't, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's bro, that whole statement is just bogus, bro. Like, it was aggressive. It was very, you know, a lot more toxic, to be honest. It just was a lot more toxic. And I think I don't get that angle. People should learn to move on and stop bringing up the old MANDEM. It's good memories.
That's the thing, we're bad at boundary between,
yeah.
like, this isn't me saying there should be a boundary between MANDEM and MDMA.
I think it's just that a very small part of the community cares about watching MDM get stepped on more than we do ourselves. Like, it really is not that deep to us, you know? Like, it really is not. We're here for the vibes, you know?
I don't think I should have knew about, like,
no, like, you shouldn't have
nothing
known
more,
about
nothing less.
Any of that, you know? Like, if it was up to me, you would have.
That's my rant over.
Yeah,
but
obviously it was different.
it's just I don't like when conversations like that arise because I feel like it just ignites that small percentage of like not vibes, you know.